Israeli forces report killing more than 1,400 Hezbollah terrorists in Lebanon as Iran demands a ceasefire to the conflict. This comes just ahead of Israel's talks with Lebanon, not for a ceasefire, but for disarming the Iran-backed group. NTD's Jason Perry has the details.
The Israel Defense Forces releasing footage on Friday of a man identified as a Hezbollah terrorist in Lebanon, attempting to take cover under a bush just before being hit with an airstrike. And another video of a reported terrorist driving away in this white truck before Israel struck that target as well. Israeli forces increased operations against the Iran-backed Hezbollah terrorist group in Lebanon around the same time the war in Iran started at the end of February. And since then, Israeli forces say they've killed more than 1,400 Hezbollah terrorists in Lebanon and destroyed over 4,300 terrorist infrastructure sites. On the other hand, on Thursday night, Israel said Hezbollah terrorists used about 10 launchers to fire rockets at northern Israel, and Israeli forces later struck the launchers. 5 divisions of Israeli troops are now operating on the ground in Lebanon, engaging in close quarters combat with Hezbollah terrorists and uncovering weapon storage facilities along the way. However, the Iranian regime, which supports Hezbollah, is calling for a ceasefire to the conflict in Lebanon before talks for a ceasefire to the war in Iran can begin. Israel's defense minister saying that Iran is concerned that Israel will, quote, crush Hezbollah. And Israel's top general saying this to troops on Thursday.
The blow Iran has sustained also affects Hezbollah, because Hezbollah understands that it is now isolated. It is isolated within Lebanon, cut off from its strategic backing, from those who fund it and supply it with munitions. We are removing the direct threat to our communities.
In the meantime, Israel and Lebanon are set to hold direct negotiations over the situation with Hezbollah. However, according to Israel's prime minister, the talks will not be for a ceasefire, but for disarming the Iran-backed group in Lebanon. On Friday, some residents in Lebanon were seen holding Hezbollah flags and protesting the upcoming talks, saying Hezbollah terrorists should be the ones who negotiate, adding that the Lebanese government does not represent them. However, the talks between Israel and Lebanon may have gotten more complicated after Lebanon's president Joseph Aoun said an Israeli strike on a government building killed 13 Lebanese state security personnel. Lebanon's president said the strike